Hello, brilliant one. Welcome to the Woman Act Now 2.0 AI Hub. I am so excited you are here. I am Coach Anna. I am the founder of Woman Act Now, and we are relaunching bigger and better. I am so excited about this, and I just want to just take a moment to bring you up to date in what this community is what it's really about. All right. And I think I was born for this era. I've been waiting for this era. And even when we started Woman Act Now 20 years ago, this is like a convergence of learning, launching, and living your dream, dreaming, believing, and executing with a multiplier of AI. One of the things I recognized in over this 20 years, I have taught, spoken to, mentored thousands of women in 40 countries. I know some of you are probably trying to figure out where's Coach Anna in other parts of the world. And here's what's amazing to me is that when I stopped doing in-person meetings with Woman Act Now, and I really kind of disbanded the structure of it and just did things online. I partnered with other women with their projects, with their platforms, because I just had a heart to really educate and empower women around the world with that message that everything is possible. And so I've done that literally for the last 20 years. And I know for some of you who have followed me in Woman Act Now, I didn't organize it to have, after we finished our, Woman Act Now chapters, meeting in Dallas for over 5 years, doing many things. And I think I was just ahead of my time. I mean, when you think about in 2006, the platform that we had for Woman Act Now had all of this technology that we're using today and that we're paying independent subscriptions for. That's how, when I think about my passion for helping women, has always been to build a system that's kind of an all in one that they could use to build their businesses. And back then, they had a website, a space to build a website, they had spaces to send out emails, they had the ability to send postcards, video cards to their customers. They had an ability to host their own webinars. They had the ability to stream live. And we're talking 2006 and 2007. These are years before the social media craze, before YouTube was really big. It had come out by that time. There was another streaming service, and it was called Ustream. And on that streaming service, I had streamed within that 5 years 1,500 live broadcast. Now, are you all listening to me? This is by 2010. I had over 220 podcasts. Now, podcast is like everything. It is the rave. I got a podcast. I got a podcast. You got a podcast. You get a podcast. You understand what I'm saying? So I am ahead of my time. And then, so when I brought Woman Act Now, those what do you call, in-person meetings to closure, I began to travel the world. And since then, I've traveled to over 40 countries, have taught and trained and coached thousands of women. And now I'm going to do the same with Woman Act Now 2.0 AI Hub. And why this is so amazing to me is, finally, for the last 5 years prior to COVID, I did two things. One, I went to film school. I did 2 years in film school, learned how to write scripts, learn how to film, learn how to direct, learn the industry of filmmaking. And when I was in film school, my purpose for going to film school was so that I could use AI, voices and images, to create, production, to create automated, voices and actors Well, it wasn't ready. Okay. It sounded horrible. And just as COVID came in, I had just gotten into an opportunity in an accelerator in Austin, Capital Factory, that I could put myself in a place where there were others who had this interest as well. And I was finishing film school to move this into the next level of what I believe the future was. Future is established. And now this is my uniform. I'm not dressing up for you. I'm not going to act like I got millions of dollars because I used to have it, but I'm making it again. I have had several life altering changes. One being divorce, and that's for almost maybe 8 or 9 years. I don't know. I don't know the real number. You know what I'm saying? Once it gets out there, you just gone. You know what I'm saying? And I've had an amazing journey this last decade. What do you call it? Doing a lot of things, a lot of things. All right. And a part of those things was educating myself. So from then until now, I've spent over 1,700 hours learning artificial intelligence. Am I an expert? Mm, not necessarily. I wouldn't say I was a expert in machine learning or deep learning or programming LLM models, that's large language models. But what I would say is that I am a strategist, an AI strategist. And one of the reasons why I wanted to go into AI is I recognized that I had done all of these business ventures. I haven't worked for anyone since 1998. And then prior to that, I did full time ministry. And then prior to that, I worked in corporate America. So since 1998, I've been on this journey of entrepreneurship. And through that journey, was successful with my former husband, Richmond McCoy. We're friends, y'all, because y'all know y'all like them too. But for those who know me, we still friends. He's still a part of the family. We moved on. We still do some business together. And so when I think about these things, and I'm saying that because I'm gonna expose y'all to some of his good stuff that he has too on raising capital and different things, because I created it all. So I'm gonna show it to you. So when we think about this, I want you to step into this hub. Step into this experience with everything. I'm going to be taking or recording my journey in building this business too. Um, and I think that this community is not just a community, but what I've done, I have structured a few things. And the first one is Woman Act Now 2.0, like this AI hub. And this is where you're seeing this video. The objective here is to bring you into community, also to create a place where we can walk with you to help you to achieve and to execute with the AI multiplier. And for those who know me, you know that I'm a believer and I love, love, love the word. And so when we think about this, I'm always going to take you to the next level to believe bigger, to walk with your values, to walk in purpose. And so I previously wrote a book called Woman Act Now, Learn, Launch, and Live Your Dream. You can get it on Amazon somewhere. And then I also wrote a book called Walk Powerful with God. This is a small study book. It's only 12 studies for you to understand mindset. So, what you'll hear in this space is you're going to hear about Woman Act Now because I still operate by the principles of Woman Act Now that you need to dream big, you need the I factor zone, you need to believe in yourself, you need to get rid of these toxic relationships that don't serve you because it's going to cost you a decade or two to recover. And when you start to look at all of this, and the women that I'm targeting are women that are 45 and up, we've grown together. Some of you I've mentored for the last 20 years. And some of you, and my God, if you are a woman, you've been displaced this year, in 2025, we are working towards the trends of 2028 and beyond so that you can be prepared. You can take those gifts, talents, and abilities that you have and you can turn that into something of value. Here's the other thing that I want you to be aware of is that by 2030, when we think about the personal development space, the digital download space, the numbers are off the charts. And all I need you to do is to have a perception and be able to share the wisdom that you've learned. Some of you will think, I don't even know how to start a business. I don't know what to do. Well, in the AI Hub, this is a hub, a center, a connector for you, for resources, for opportunities. And that's what we've always been. If anyone knows me, and if there's anyone in your life that if you ran into a brick wall and you ask yourself this question, who is one person I can call that can help me bust through this wall? And I'm sure you're going to say, Coach Anna. And the reason why you're going to say that is the one thing that I do have that is a strong character driven principle of mine is that there's always enough. And what I mean by that, there's more than enough. I live in a life of abundance, and my life is not driven by the money I make, the things I have. I'm unattached to those things. What I am attached to is purpose. I am attached to kindness. I am attached to wisdom. I am attached to passion, and joy, and love. And so the way I live my life. Don't you hate these? Okay, let me put it back because it messed up my flow. I was in the flow talking to it. But here's the thing is the way I've lived my life is I'm never too busy to respond to things. And the community is going to give me an opportunity to do my life's work. That means I'm showing up for you. We're going to have a calendar. We're going to have moments. And the only way you're going to win in this community is you're going to have to show up because I've seen it too much. And this is one of the reasons I stopped Woman Act Now, our in person meetings. What I noticed is that, yes, people would come, they would, but I wasn't seeing growth. I wasn't seeing people telling other people that this is really working for me, even though I could clearly see it was working. Have some amazing mentees that came out of the early Woman Act Now years, and I'm so very proud of them. 20 years later, looking at their lives and seeing how they matured and grown and excelled and prospered. I love that. But here's the deal is that I had to stop because I realized is that we were doing the same things over and over because women kept getting stuck in the execution gap. If you read Woman Act Now, you'll hear more about that execution gap. But here is where we are going to use AI as our multiplier. We won't have the excuses we had before. And this is why I'm like super excited. My God. Listen, shh, don't tell anybody. Because here's the thing they don't want you to know all this. I don't care who you are. They don't want you to know what's really available. Now, let me jump into this because I told you I was going to tell you three things that you're going to benefit basically from being in this community and being a part of Woman Act Now. I want you to be clear. I am building a business. That's number one. It is to serve individuals like yourself. So let's not be confused. Woman Act Now 2.0 AI Hub is my business. And I'm inviting you into my business so that I can serve you. Number two is I've taken the time to consider these things. As I said, I do this every single day. You may not hear me out in social media. The reason why you're not is because I'm serving my clients. I am working, I have my head down, and I'm doing this work every single day. Number three is I want to invite you into this space because what I've done is I've put a system together that is going to help you to actually execute on your ideas. And what I mean by that system, here's the front end of the system. You come into the Woman Act now, you join, you can join for free. You're going to have limited access. You know how this goes, right? Okay. The next level of this, when you come into this space, you are going to have access to not only a coach, I'm an elevated coach. I am a innovative coach, and I am an AI strategist, onboarder, and implementer. That is going to be the difference, sister girl. Oh yeah. So when you come into the second part of this, what I'm not inviting you into is just a do it yourself kind of experience. What I am inviting you into is an opportunity to move from point A to earning money. And I can't tell you how much you're going to earn, but what I can tell you is what's in between that is your client management system. Your earning. This is your client earning system that is in between this, that is made up of many client management levels, many that you have to deal with in order to get a customer. So, what I've done, I have an agency where when you come into this space, some of you may already be a part of Go High Level. We are a Go High Level agency, but we're using this platform to help to build your business. Because what I know for sure in my own terrible entrepreneurial efforts, everything is everywhere. It's all over the place. My God, I can't figure it out. I know the pain points because I've been doing this too. Now, I can tell you, I have been successful over the last 3 years of making more than six figures using AI to serve my clients, teaching AI courses, educating corporations and businesses and getting their teams up to speed on AI. In addition to that, I have used AI as it relates to helping my clients build new businesses. And they have made in excess of $3 million. So I don't have all of the what do you call social proof and all of the 15 testimonies, but I have my own personal journey that I'm going to be sharing with you. And then you may become that social proof to bring other people into this opportunity. So then the final part of what you're going to learn in here, first of all, you're coming into this community. You're going to learn from me. You're going to teach me. You're going to learn from your peers and you're going to teach your peers because we're going to be working on this work together. The second thing you're going to learn is how what we call your client earning system. Don't worry about all the technical things. We'll have people to help you there. Then you will learn workflows. You're going to learn the mindset of workflows. And this is what's going to 10x your business, what I call 10x workflows. This is your ability to use a I'm quitting. I'm quitting Apple. But this is your ability to use AI tools. And when you use these tools, we're 10xing your workflows so that we can 10x your income. And I'm not going to let you slide on this workflow mindset. You're going to start to become a workflow expert because you're changing your mindset, right? And you're going to look through these lenses and we're going to educate you in a way that you're going to understand how this works, not only in doing the technical part of this. I don't want you to think about the technical part. I don't want you to get overwhelmed by the technical part. I don't want you to figure all of that out because that's not what this is. What this is are solutions. Solutions that will help you to get from point A to point Z and do this work together. You're going to want to come back to this community. You're not going to want to leave this community. I'm certain of it because you know why? Number one, you're going to know that first of all, you're cared about, what you're doing is cared about, and that you have people in this community that want to win right along with you. And we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it. And at the end of the day, you're gonna have to pay to be a part of this community to get this level of care, support, and also guidance. You're gonna have to pay. It's not that much, but you're going to have to pay. But when you pay, you're going to get that client earning system as well. You'll get that as a part of it. And you're going to want to pay me more because I already know that. So when you want to pay me more, you want to hire our agency, you'll have an opportunity to do that as well. And we can do some of this work for you. We'll be looking to hire people that we're teaching as well. And I have partners in this with me. If I can't help you, I have a partner. If you want to be in a SaaS business and you want to do this for yourself and sell software as a service, I have a partner. She can help you with that process. If you want to be in cybersecurity and you just hadn't figured it out, my partner can help you with that as well. So we are a team, and you're going down this lane with me in Woman Act Now 2.0 Hub, and then we've got that extra for you. And if you need the extra, then I'm going to move you over to our partner, and that is AI Digital Throne Room, ran by the Tech Queen. And she runs a US help desk. She trains in cybersecurity. She's got a whole team. So I think between the two of us, we are going to make this work for you. We're going to get you from start to finish. And I'm not trying to get you to 10 grand in 30 days. I'm trying to get you to build a business so that you are not displaced by artificial intelligence, by all the stuff that's happening in this world today. So, this is our opportunity to stand on our own feet, to figure out what it is in your heart, what you've been thinking about. And when you learn the mindset of this from vibe coding, that's where you really sit down and you start thinking deeply about something. You can build an app. Maybe you can sell it. Maybe you want to do a faceless video. There was a young lady who's doing music, faceless music. She got a I think it was a 3.5 or $3.1 million deal. The deals are starting to happen. And guess what? You just got to think about, what is this really going to look like if AI is doing everything? But AI can't do everything. That is the real truth. And that is the truth you should know. And so, again, you're invited into this community. In the next video, I'll talk about all of the things that you're going to experience, the benefits of this. And we're going to start working on that mindset around this whole idea of artificial intelligence. But that's really not our thing. Our thing is getting you to think in these workflows. And then when you start to think in the workflows, that's our first step. Then, when you understand the language, then you can just start building these things. You can start moving stuff out of your life. You can start saving time. You can start automating things. And then do something you love. And that is what we're after. And so, again, thanks for listening. I'm Coach Anna. I can't wait to meet you. Can't wait to reunite with some of my Woman Act Now members from long ago. And for those who have been following me on social media and you're trying to figure out, where am I? Where here am I? And so I hope you become a member, and let's move this forward together. And remember this: you're loved, you're appreciated, you're celebrated, and you are valued. And guess what? You're God's greatest gift, and there's nothing you can do about it. And I know that there are great things waiting for you. This is the year of multiplication and acceleration and innovation, and we have the power to do it. So jump on board, and I'll see you inside. Coach Anna.